All right, welcome back, everyone. It's just going to be me. Give me 1 second to put myself in here. Oh, that's the wrong. Grab that and delete it. A little behind the scenes stuff, but that's fine. So that was pretty exciting. So we have old friends fighting each other, which should be supremely exciting to do. Let's see here, add me. So I'm gonna be really big for a quick second, and there I am. I'm gonna shrink myself down. And there I am. Actually, I can take these off because I don't need to hear anybody. Let me just let the players know that they're good to go, and we can finish up our last match of the night, which should be a good one. So hands, opening hands. Tom actually is playing a pretty interesting. It's probably harkening back to the old play Serum Powder to just take off how punishing it is the mulligan as a Stax deck, and Keith on the other side is playing just blue, white, red Delver, Jeskai Delver. I'm wanting to call it. He calls it something else, but we'll get to that when we go to lists. So he powders away a hand, and he has a hand that's a turn one smokestack. I'm not sure who's on the play. Keith is on the play. All right, let me do names really quick. Last name's not Grim, it's Seals. I got tricked by that. Yeah. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, so it's just me going. But I'm up to the challenge. All right, so he just simply just starts off quick with a Tundra Pass. So Pearl, offering up the Pearl. Maybe he wants to force it. His opening draw is gonna be pretty strong. Oh, and he top decked a Sphere. That's really, really good. So he's probably gonna go Sphere to see if that's gonna bait out a Force of Will, and he still just has the Wasteland to sort of really pinch his opponent because he's not well. It's the non-missteppable, and so he doesn't really care about the mana or Flusterstorm. I mean, just to get him off a thing. I don't know. Playing Sphere, let it resolve, kill your land, set you back a couple turns. I like that play. He's gonna start taking damage from that mana crypt maybe, but he does have Ancient Tomb into Smokestack next turn, or he could turn off any Moxes if he happens to draw. So this is a pretty rough draw, and I do agree with not leading off with the Wasteland right away, because I think if he showed him Wasteland, he um, probably would have forced that. Because if it's just Sphere, oh, I can pay for Sphere, but oh, there's a Wasteland here too. Oh, then we Revoker. So yeah, Wasteland definitely just wants to press his advantage, and I really like Revoker blind on Dak because he's shown you Dak colors. There's no reason to try to blind guess a Mox or a Lotus or something. I think it's the best just to blind name Dak and just to get that out of the way. This is so let's see what he names. So now here's the dilemma. He agrees with me. Oh, Rack Raid. Looks like he missed. That's a slip. Yep. So blind name deck. So he agreed with me. So I don't know how that turns out for how the night's been. So not much Keith can draw. He looks pretty locked out, and his deck shows him a Flusterstorm. So okay. So here's the clock right now. His opponent has a maximum damage of taking 3, and then Revoker deals 2. Maybe. Oh, well, he doesn't want to play Smokestack. Definitely wants to play Lodestone. Lodestone is probably the nail in the coffin, I would say. Lotus. Yeah, naming Lotus seems pretty good, but I guess so. Is this the complete 360? I made a suggestion that he would have disagreed with, but the player agreed with my suggestion, and I agreed with Tom's thing. To tell him about that later. Not that it's like, that's playing to your opponent's outs is definitely where you want to be with something like this. And this is a pretty academic shops draw. If he misses a single coin flip on that, oh, he actually took damage from it. Another Sphere. That's piling on at this point. But yeah, anything costs 2. He doesn't even have anything to play, which is the worst part. Yeah, he needs a lot of stuff. He needs to like mulligan his opening hand right now. His hand is 7 cards. He just needs to mulligan that into some lands and stuff because 3 casters, 2 casters, and a free. Yep, it's done. So Shops does as Shops does, sort of locked his opponent out really fast. For list, we're gonna start with Keith's deck. Yeah, because Lowe's gets a Pyromancer. Um, he has Chewers. He has Chewers. I could see him bringing in Sudden Shock in order to deal with his Revokers, but probably not. And I don't think he showed him a Manland. He does have a main deck Wear Tear, and those Path to Exiles are actually excellent against Shops when he doesn't have any basic lands. I'm seeing Chewer, the other Wear Tear, just to have another thing for Flusterstorm and 4 Mental Missteps, easy takeout. So we're 5 for 5, yeah. So take out Flusterstorm, Misstep, and then bring in a Wear Tear and 4 Chewers, and make this a bit more of an even game. And I could also see Supreme Verdict, but I could see that hurting him more than helping him. And only one DAC in his deck is pretty rough. And on Tom's side, I think he could tell his opponent's on Delver, maybe just by the colors. Actually, he didn't play anything, so he doesn't know. Technically, he doesn't know what he has, but it could be a lot of things. So I could see him bringing in Ratchet Bomb, just seeing the colors. You expect a Pyromancer. I don't think he thinks his opponent's on land still, though. I'm not sure what Keith tends to play, but I could see bringing in Ratchet Bomb, maybe Batterskull. I don't know. It seems like a crapshoot. Plus, if he's going second, he's definitely not going to bring in the Chalice. It may just be 2 quick games, and we'll just be good for tonight. All right, so he's got a decent hand. He's got plenty of lands, 2 removal spells, and a probe. Probe will allow him to play around exactly what he wants. Exactly know what he wants to play around. And so, all right. So Tom shows a hand. A hand he does not want to powder. Like that's really strong. So if he really wants to, he could start off with the Tangle Wire, depending on because he's gonna probe. So he's gonna know what the common information is gonna be Tom's hand. So I'm thinking he definitely wants to go Thorn first. And that does deal with, the most played creature in Vintage, which is Ingot Chewer. Sadly, it doesn't do anything against that, but his opponent's going to have 2 lands. He got his basic, so... Oh, he put his basic land into his hand. Okay. He wants a different art. He wants to use the one from his hand. And... yeah, he's going to... I don't know if I agree with paying life. Oh, I guess if he draws Ancestral, he doesn't want to be pants down. Draws Ancestral sort of thing, so... definitely can... yep. Shows what everyone knows, the cards that he knows. So he's got lock piece, turns 1 and 2, which is pretty good. But let's see what he draws because he has the Chewer ready. Actually, he has Chewer ready for the lock piece and Path ready for the Golem. So if he top decks Mox, that's really good, but it still just gets him pathed. So I wonder, is he writing down? You writing down the cards? I don't know. I think I want to lead a lock piece, even though my opponent got a land down and your opponent knows what you have. Like, praying that your opponent doesn't have any more lands is really not how I want to play my wastelands. How I want to play my wastelands is I want to pinch something. I want to pinch something that's important. I still don't really know when my opponent's on. Well, I'm Tom's seat. I guess I technically am with the way it's set up. But if I'm in Tom's seat, I don't know when my opponent's on. My opponent did nothing last game. He got his 2 lands stripped and let a spell resolve, and it just got locked out right there. I could see that. You respect white for having removal that isn't... well, red, yeah. Leading the Lodestone does seem bad. I could see him leading Smokestack if he draws a Mox. Forgot to draw. Friendly reminder that his opponent, he didn't having a mouse issue. Yeah, I know. With his current hand, you just play Thorn. Tangleware doesn't really make much sense, but okay. Oh, you drew Mentor. So he draws a Mox next turn, and he can throw that Mentor right into play, which hopefully give him some problems. But I could see Mana Rock, and he just throws that Smokestack into play. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I just want to see his next card. Like in these the plays I'm trying to call make better sense. Um. All right, so we're finally on Tom's turn. All right, so we see a what's the draw? What's the draw? Mox? Lotus? Lotus would be fun. Lotus would be two lock pieces. Oh, that's a good call. Oh, you're Crucible. Okay, now Strip. Yeah, definitely Strip when you have Crucible. What's in his hand? Keith is very new to Cockatrice, so Thorny can only do as much. Oh, that's a good point. Well, I kind of just another Chewer. Yeah, I could see Strip. Yeah, I'll give you guys that Strip right away. It does make a good amount of sense. And then he's gonna play Powder, the Serum Powder. Powder into Thorn. Yeah, Powder into Thorn's a good idea too. I always forget that that produces mana. That's just my bad on that. Okay, what do we got here? Another path. So he's just all removal. This is gonna be a bit rough. So we will strip lock him next turn. Well, we won't strip lock him because he just can kill it. So we can strip mine him again next turn. I'm not even sure if he wants to do that, not knowing if his opponent's on Gush or not. So he's gonna chew the. Okay. Yeah, I do agree with the going for the strip lock right away. Sees if it's. I am Crucible, and his opponent hasn't drawn any Moxes or anything, so it doesn't even get. It doesn't even like get to revoke or anything good. Yeah, yeah. I guess the opponent does have Gush, he wants his opponent to Gush, but no, that eats that lands. And then Shewer pops up. I forgot to check to see if Keith had a mountain or not. I think people have kind of gone away from the mountain. I don't know if I agree with that. I really like having the safety. I guess it wouldn't matter in this situation because it's a strip lock and not a waste lock, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's no. I definitely makes sense with the Crucible play because he didn't draw a land regardless, so he can just kind of advance his board, but it just gets chewed. Yeah, he predicted into the graveyard. So it's lucky that he got a second chewer there. Is that? Oh, that's probably why he wasted the first chewer. That makes good sense. And then he's gonna have he does a wasteland here maybe. Oh, Ratchet Bomb. Okay, so he did bring in Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb seems really good against his opponent's game plan to a point. I guess Ratchet Bomb can only do so much, but his opponent has Path. So if he sets up the Thorn, that's a good point. Yeah, you can't Homeward Path Crucible when it gets dacked. So you just preordain. Yeah, he's just gonna play. No, he's got a preordain. No, he's gonna play Mentor. Taps his things very slow. I think he learned how to play it a couple days ago, so it's fine taking a little bit. Oh, he draws Waste. So Waste red, unless he wants to play Lodestone, or unless he wants to play Ratchet Bomb. Okay, so everything he plays is going to resolve because he has Thorn, Smokestack. So Smokestack versus tokens is not the best. I guess he gets a freebie. Well, no. Well, I guess Ratchet Bomb. No, I like that. Yeah. So Smokestack is gonna eat something. Oh, jeez. Well, he wants the preordain, right? I think preordaining could find him. No, he's just gonna play another Mentor. Oh no, right, two. My bad. Yeah, he could play the Mentor still, but yeah. So he popped that. Yeah. Well, you reminded him of the Thorn. He paid it. Yeah. Wait, what? Why couldn't he cast Thorn? Yeah, no. Yeah, preordain. Yeah, no, he could still cast. Oh wow. Yes. I didn't even. Yeah, no. You. Got us there. Um, both missed this. Can Yeah, no. I got you. He can't even cast Smokestack. He probably would play Revoker then. How much has changed? I want to resolve that. So we both, yeah, no. Smokestack cost 5 in that situation. I'm fine with rewinding, honestly. No, he actually hasn't started looking off of preordain yet. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm checking the log right here. He didn't look yet with preordain. He just cast preordain. I think that's the cleanest way. Yeah, so that's that. I think that's the cleanest way. Just let him back up, and um, he still couldn't do anything for it. He probably could just go Revoker. What? Oh, jeez. Open something random. Oh, Tom saw. Oh yeah, Tom saw the. I don't. Mm, I don't know if that really affects much, but oh yeah, put the. No, Mentor is still in play. Don't mind, return the Ponder and untap the lands. Yeah. So Mentor's still in play. He put the Ponder on top of his deck, it looks like. So he just Tangle Wires. Okay. And then Tangle Wire taps everything. Yeah, no, we're rewinding. We're rewinding, yeah. So Tom's just gonna play Tangle Wire, and then he actually locks him out of the turn because he just has to tap out. um, it's pretty, yeah. So he's gonna draw Preordain. Even though he do Mentor, yeah, no, he's gonna draw Preordain. Yep, tap for Wire. Yeah. Everyone saw the smokestack. All right, so he taps himself out, draws another land. I still kind of like double Revoker here, but Lodestone just seems like the better play. Nice that he has a Thorn and not a Sphere. Oh, he is doing double Revoker. Oh no, Revoker. Oh wait, hold on. He can't play the bomb. Uh, Caught it. Okay. Yeah, double Revoker, the only play he can make. Okay, so we're oh, this is tough. Okay, so he's gonna name Lotus Dak. I would name Lotus Dak. Oh, Pearl. Pearl? I don't know. Well, that does. Wait, the mana would cost an extra. He's just cutting off as much mana as he can. So if he cast a Path to Exile, nope, he's just gonna let himself get tapped out. Wants to draw a land to get a Preordain and get a Monk into play. Goes Ingot Chewer, which does work. But what's he gonna chew? Wire sucks, but it's not the end of the world because it's gonna go away. Revokers are gonna plink at you, but the moment you get to play a spell, which is next turn, because you can tap Mentor and 2 lands, Mentor and 1 land, and you can pay 2, and then you can preordain. Yeah, Thorn. I like Thorn. Thorn allows you to do your game plan. Sucks that he's got a Lodestone waiting in the wings, and get rid of the pesky Thorn of Amethyst that caused a whole bunch of problems right there. Okay, so yep, taps the mana. Ooh, just do Batterskull. Yeah, no, Lodestone, Wasteland, waste the red. Yeah, I think we're having a quick match to make up for that Dredge marathon. Okay, so bring it in. Yeah, not the most interactive game, but yeah, yep. No, he gets tapped, so he's gonna tap a guy in a land. Yeah, this seems pretty over. What did he have? He had Wear Tear. Yeah, all of his removal is oh yeah, path. Path is yeah, no, path costs two. So path I want Did he just gain life? Yeah, no, it's path, it's not plow. But it's funny. Hoping for the other one. Um did he take four? It did take four. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. I'll pop that up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this seems like having him go last probably wasn't the best idea. 'Cause going through a whole bunch of triggers and narcomoebas and person sitting on two cards in deck and then having them play a complicated deck like shops. Yeah, there we go. We got that covered. Thank you, Dragon Bone Chair. Appreciate that. Been a bit of a long night. We're hitting hour four now. I've been sitting in this chair talking to all you guys. I don't see him getting out of this, to be honest, but yeah. Yes, you just get a monk. Okay, yeah. Wire on the stack, he paths, it makes a monk token. It has to tap the monk token to the Tangle Wire that he stacked, and it looks like his draw step was the library. Yeah, so he gets to play the library and then pass. That seems good. I don't know. Like I said, the Chops doing what Chops does. I do like the names on the revokers. Like I forgot about the Wasteland in play, so that's just gonna cut him off from red immediately. Yeah, there's a thorn. When do we call piling on? Back for a bunch. Nice. So wire taps one. Did that one right? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So we have revoker. Yep. So path for a monk. Monks are kind of a non-issue now because of Ratchet Bomb. Did did get the right read to bring in the Ratchet Bombs. I see those colors. I think they're making tokens, which is kind of funny because I when I started playing, I always considered green to be the token maker, and now it's blue. It's no, it's not blue. It's red and white that are the token makers. Taps a monk. Oh, there's Gush. What does Gush do? Gush costs one. Gush doesn't seem that bad. So now he doesn't have the best sort of attack when it comes to the revokers. I think he's kind of stay back. Probably rely on his. Well, he actually can't cast Smokestack anymore because he played out the Thorn. Yeah. So now that his mana untapped, he's definitely not going to just bring in, and that sucks. So he can. No, he just has to pass. Technically, he can start charging up the Ratchet Bomb in order to kill the. Does it? Gush is four cards. Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, Gush does turn on library. But I think he wants to keep his lands in play. Might just want to naturally draw into library because he's in a good spot right now. Oh, that's that might have been the better name on Revoker. Like seeing him actually playing it, that makes a lot of sense because now he had white the whole time. So that makes a token. Tokens that don't matter though because he can always kill them. Yes, that's true as well. Yeah, no, I like keeping my lands in play. I think I got a couple lock pieces, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot more coming. Path to Exile becomes harder to cast. Oh, there's Crucible. He puts it in play. Maybe you need to wait for that to resolve. So is it strip or waste in his graveyard? It's actually his strip. Strip and waste. From way, way back. Yeah, it does eat the Mox too. He named the Mox. I think he played out the double revoker. It was Lotus Pearl, and then he wasted the Volcanic. I went back right away. Yeah, I mean he has to gush right now, but now he could have seen an additional card. Does make a token, but the tokens are really a non-issue. So he's floating a white. So he's floating a white, two white. Floating two white. That's interesting. And then a red and playing gush. So he wants to pay the gush with red. Floating two whites, which is interesting. So yeah, of course it chops. So if he doesn't draw force here, I think he's just done. Because he can then strip the library and then just go to town. Picks up he picks up the no force. No force in the top 20 cards. But 3 ingot chewers. That's fair, right? So he would have seen an additional card with library. But now he's sort of just pushed out of this game because he's got the crucible. The lands are in his hand. Yeah. He needs to put the lands in his hand. He now can put strip mine, apply it to the library. He has the thorn in play. I kind of like using the ratchet bomb right now just to get him off of that Mox. Yeah. I like that too. So he would have to top deck. Oh, he's pathing. Oh, he's using the path. Oh, he's gonna path the Lotus one. I like that play too. Yep. So he does that. So all that stuff. He's going to the graveyard. Bear with him. He's very, very new to Cockatrice. He's been doing fine so far. He's just a bit slow on it. So you got Wasteland. He should have taken out the Strip Mine. That would have been more flavorful, because that's what Strip Mine was printed to do, was to kill Library of Alexandria. Yeah, Keg. I'm sorry, I'm saying Keg when I'm supposed to say Ratchet Bomb. I'm referencing Powder Keg. That's why I keep saying Keg. Well, it does kill the Mox. On-land permanent. There you go. Yep, he just wants to end. So his opponent has a Mentor in play. He did path the Black Lotus Revoker, and the Mox Ruby is dead, so the Revoker naming Pearl is still a valid play, which is pretty interesting. Oh, he just conceded. Yep, there's for Strip Lock plus he did have a Batter Skull in hand. It's not so that's it for tonight. So give me 1 second.